Chapter 1, Chemical Reactions and Equations, Module 1, Chemical Reactions. Let us consider some of the following situations of daily life and think what happens when milk is left at room temperature during summers, or what happens when an iron tawa or an iron pan or an iron nail is left exposed to humid atmosphere, or what happens when grapes get fermented, or what happens when food is cooked, or what happens when food gets digested in our body, or what happens when we respire. In all the situations given, based on your experience, you will agree that under the given conditions, the nature and the identity of the initial substance will not be the same after the changes occur. Like milk turns sour when left at room temperature during summers, iron articles would rust when left exposed to humid atmosphere, taste and smell of the grapes changes when it gets fermented, flavor, color and texture of food changes when it is cooked. During digestion, enzymes in the stomach and intestines break down large macromolecules into simpler molecules so that the body can more easily absorb the food. During respiration, energy is released along with water and carbon dioxide from a reaction between oxygen and glucose. All the changes described here are classified as chemical changes. In our lower classes, we have already come across physical changes and chemical changes. A melting ice cube is an example of a physical change, not a chemical change. The liquid water, after the ice cube has melted, is not a new material. It is just a different form of the old one. Melting, freezing, tearing, bending, and crushing are all physical changes that alter the appearance of substances but not its chemical properties. Curdling of milk, rusting of iron, cooking of food, fermentation, digestion of food, and respiration all result in the formation of new substances, and it can be seen that there is a change in the nature and the identity of the initial substance. The new substances that are formed have different chemical composition than the starting materials. It means a chemical change has taken place. Most chemical changes are irreversible. It means once a change has occurred, it cannot be reversed or undone. For example, cooked egg cannot be changed back to a raw egg again. When wood is burned, ash and smoke are produced. Burning of wood is an irreversible change because wood cannot be got back again from ash and smoke. So, chemical changes involve chemical reactions. That is, whenever a chemical change occurs, we can say that a chemical reaction has taken place. Some more examples of chemical changes are given. Explosion of fireworks, burning of leaves, burning of paper, burning of wood, food broken down by the enzyme salivary amylase in the mouth, baking a cake, frying an egg, spoiling of food, decomposition of organic waste, burning a toast, changing color of leaves, ripening and rotting of fruit, lighting a match. Chemical reactions occur constantly within our bodies, within plants and animals, in the air that circulates around us, in the lakes and oceans, and even in the soil where we grow crops and build our homes. Chemical reactions basically involve changes to the arrangement of atoms and the molecular structure of materials. No atoms are created or destroyed in a chemical reaction, but they are rearranged. This means that the total mass of the reactants is the same as the total mass of the products. We say that mass is conserved in a chemical reaction. For a chemical reaction to take place, the force of attraction, also called bonds, between atoms in the reactants are broken, the atoms rearrange, and new bonds between the atoms are formed to make the products. This concept about chemical bonds will be discussed in the forthcoming chapters. The starting materials of any chemical reaction are called reactants, while the new substances formed are called the products. Chemical reactions are described by balanced chemical equations, which will be discussed in Module 2. Some chemical reactions have been shown in the slides from 6 to 15. A detailed explanation of all the reactions will be undertaken in subsequent slides or modules. Slide 6 shows reaction of lead nitrate solution taken in the beaker with potassium iodide solution added to the dropper. A yellow colored insoluble substance called yellow precipitate is formed. Slide 7 shows magnesium ribbon burning with a bright dazzling light. Slide 8 shows reaction of a piece of magnesium ribbon with hydrochloric acid. A vigorous reaction takes place. Bubbles of hydrogen gas are formed. Hydrogen gas catches fire when lighted matchstick is brought near the end of the glass tube. Slide 9 shows sodium metal vigorously reacting with water taken in a petri dish and bursting into flames. Slide 10 shows single displacement reaction. Magnesium ribbon is put into blue colored copper sulfate solution taken in a test tube. After some time, brown colored copper metal is found to deposit on the magnesium ribbon and the blue color of copper sulfate solution appears to have slightly faded. Slide 11 shows brisk effervescence inside the beaker due to the evolution of carbon dioxide gas when acetic acid solution is made to react with sodium bicarbonate solution. Slide 12 shows evolution of reddish brown fumes of nitrogen dioxide when copper metal pieces are added to nitric acid. The solution, originally colorless, turns green during the course of reaction. Slide 13 shows dense white fumes evolved when a glass rod dipped in hydrochloric acid is brought near the bottle containing ammonia solution. The fumes of hydrochloric acid react with ammonia gas emanating from the ammonia solution. Slide 14 shows the formation of a black colored insoluble substance called a black precipitate when sodium sulfite solution taken in a dropper is added to blue colored copper sulfate solution taken in a beaker. Slide 15 shows the formation of a white colored insoluble substance called a white precipitate when barium chloride solution taken in a dropper is added to sodium sulfate solution taken in a conical flask. We know that chemical changes involve chemical reactions, and whenever a chemical reaction takes place, new substances are produced. The formation of a new substance is nearly always accompanied by an energy change and often with some kind of observable changes, such as change in state, change in color, change in odor, evolution of a gas, change in temperature, formation of bubbles, formation of a precipitate. Some of these observable changes are evident in the slides from 6 to 15. You are requested to identify the signs of chemical changes in the slides from 6 to 15. All chemical reactions can be represented using word equations. A word equation shows change of reactants to products through an arrow placed between them. The reactants are written on the left-hand side with a plus sign between them. Similarly, products are written on the right-hand side with a plus sign between them. The arrowhead points towards the products and shows the direction of the reaction. For example, let us consider a chemical reaction taking place between A and B. A and B chemically react and form C and D. Here, A and B are the reactants while C and D are the products. That is, A plus B giving C plus D. As a chemical reaction progresses, the reactants are used up while the products are made. That is, reactants react and form products. In one of the activities, when magnesium ribbon is burnt or when magnesium ribbon undergoes combustion, it resulted in the formation of magnesium oxide, which is a white ash. Please refer slide 7. The word equation for this reaction would be magnesium ribbon plus oxygen gas giving magnesium oxide. It means magnesium reacts with oxygen gas to form magnesium oxide. Here, magnesium ribbon and oxygen gas are the reactants while magnesium oxide is the product. Magnesium ribbon burns with bright dazzling light and lots of heat is also generated during this reaction. As heat is generated during the reaction, burning of magnesium ribbon is an exothermic reaction. Chemical equations can be made more concise and useful if we use chemical formulae instead of words. A chemical equation represents a chemical reaction. It will be discussed in module 2.